Oh, we got some Baby Yoda goodness here, ladies and gents. This episode of The Mandalorian was just fantastico. Still want to know more about this little Baby Yoda. And again, it's all full spoilers. Full spoilers as it is here every single week. Hopefully, should be getting some live streams going and some collabs to talk to some people about The Mandalorian. I already do one with Midnight's Edge sometimes, occasionally. Just time depending and things like that. But look, welcome to my review of Mandalorian Episode 6, The Prisoner. Again, full spoilers straight from the top. That's what we're going to be talking about today. This was fantastic. It was really, really, really good. And for everyone that just keeps moaning and just bitching non-stop that I just complain and I'm this and I'm that and blah, blah, blah. You clearly haven't seen my weekly Mandalorian reviews because I'm just utterly enamored with it. Like I couldn't love it anymore. I really couldn't. Every single week it's just been high praise from me. And this one is going to be no different, although there were some like little bits and pieces which I thought were a bit like, whatever. Wasn't really to my great taste, but I didn't hate it by any stretch of the imagination. Now, this one actually has a huge cast of like quite big names. So we get Clancy Brown, right? We get Bill Burr. We've got Mark Boone Jr. We've got Natalia Tennant. We've got a British comedian, which some of you may know, Richard Ayoade. Butchered that name. Now, Bill Burr plays an ex-sharpshooter for the Empire. And then the British comedian Richard Ayoade plays a droid. And I was thinking throughout, I was like, I know that voice. Who is that voice? It turns out it was him. Now, the others just play, we got a big devil dude who's the muscle of the operation, and then a Twi'lek. Now, the whole story, the whole episode is all about a breakout job. You know, we need to break someone loose from New Republic transport, because it's a prison transport. That's the entire mission. Obviously, with respect to what happens, Mandalorian gets double-crossed and thrown in the jail cell instead. But it's just, this is how you do a week-by-week adventure. This is how you do it. Now, I know the last few episodes a bunch of people have had some issues with. Not really sure why. But a bunch of people were like, the massive trope of go rescue a village and things like that. Yeah, sure, whatever. Who cares? And then, going back to Tatooine and, traipsing through the desert again, going to go get a mercenary. And a lot of people are finding these to be fillerish. But that's what this whole series is. Not filler, mind you. The whole series is, week by week, we're doing a new genre. So, each and every single Marvel movie recently has been a different genre or subgenre within the superhero umbrella. So, like Ant-Man, for instance, is a heist movie. Winter Soldier. There's different stylistic kind of and tonal stories dripping through the Marvel universe recently, and that's kind of what they're doing here, but on a smaller scale. So this week is quite literally ragtag breakout week, and it was really, really good. Bill Burr has utterly proven himself to be in more things. Like, he needs to be in more things. He's very, very good. He stars as the voice of the dad in F is for Family for Netflix, and that's superb. If you haven't watched that, that's hilarious. Really, really good series. Everyone else in this, again, was just fantastic. It has come out now. We do know that Pedro Pascal is not in the suit at all times. Didn't expect him to be honest. We know that he's not going to be there, but we do know he is the Mandalorian. So what happens is we're in space. We cut to going into a brand new sort of space station, I guess. And the mechanics there were really good. It goes to show what you can do when you tone down the budget, I guess, for the effects. Tone down the budget for the effects, but then also don't lean too heavy on the effects. Because a lot of the space stuff recently in movies and things like that just looks like trash. Like it's too weightless. It's just not the same as the original, using the miniatures and stuff. And this looked great. It really, really, really looked good. From entrance to the space station to exit and, the hyperdrive going through hyperspace and things like that. It all looks solid. Now, we get the recurring joke of Mandalorian not liking droids, for instance, because obviously one of the ragtag team members that he's supposed to be partnering up with because he's doing this job is the droid, played by Richard Ayoade. But that is good. It's played off really well. So it's just like this. We start to get a feel for the Mandalorian more and more each and every single week because we just get to learn his little niches and tropes and his likes and dislikes and things. And it's great. And again, Baby Yoda is the humanizing aspect. I said this, I think, in my last review, and I did say it on a live stream, like a roundtable thing. Baby Yoda is what humanizes the Mandalorian to everyone. Unfortunately, this week it was to his detriment. Now, they get on board the Mandalorian ship. Obviously, Mando doesn't know that he's going to be double-crossed. Clearly, that's the whole point of being double-crossed. They head on over to the the New Republic prison ship. I'm just thinking like Imperials were all dictators and stuff like that. That's why I'm thinking about it. And it's manned by droids. That's who it's supposed to be manned by. Now, goes well. Like, it all goes well. We get a great action scene with Mandalorian fighting many, many droids. About 6, I think, in total. Really, really good scene. Really good scene. Up until he gets double-crossed. And then we start to get... It's really, really clever. Because Mandalorian obviously escapes. How he escapes is quite clever. The mechanics behind that is really, really good. He manages to get a nearby droid close to his cell, snaps his arm off, and uses that to escape. Smart dude. He then goes to the control room. Prior to that, the guy in the control room sets off a tracking device. And I'll jump back a little bit just to explain this, because it was really, really nice. It's that humanizing aspect of the Mandalorian each and every single week. They are this feared race. They are, or tribe, whatever. They are hugely feared. They are the ultimate warriors, X, Y, and Z, whatever. But he's a human, he really is. He's full of emotion and things like this. He didn't want that guy to die, but the Twi'lek just killed him anyway. And he was the one trying to talk the whole situation down. And I liked that. I liked that very, very much. Again, we're starting to see more and more of this human aspect to the Mandalorian. And I think across the 6 episodes, we've seen him become more and more emotional recently. Because I don't think if we'd met him, again, 6 episodes ago, at that point in time, if he was to do the same mission and he hadn't met Baby Yoda, I don't think he would have hesitated to kill the guy there. But I don't know. It's just kind of my thoughts on the subject. So anyway, he gets in prison, snaps the droid's arm off, manages to escape, and then we get this awesome scene where he's just hunting them down. And this is where you really realise why the Mandalorian is feared, why he's respected, why he's considered the best. There's a great scene with Bill Burr kind of looping around, trying to find people, trying to look out for people and stuff, and it's flashing, the lights are flashing on and off, and just every odd, offbeat flash, you see the Mandalorian coming closer and closer to Bill Burr's character. It is epic. It looks so good. Looks so good. There is a scene previous to that where the big hulking devil dude gets almost crushed by the door and things like that. Turns out they're all okay, which is whatever. That just means they're going to return. I can see why they did it. But I like it because it goes to show how strong the Mandalorian is and how skilled he is, that he's able to, yes, get his ass kicked every now and then by these people, but he still managed to overpower them to the point where he could imprison them without killing them. That goes to show solid skill set. So anyway, he then manages to get back aboard the ship, where he kills the droid before Baby Yoda manages to do some more force powers. He does try, but, bless him. The Mando blows up the droid just before he manages to do anything. And then he flies all the way back to the space station again with the guy that he was supposed to rescue, gets the credits, leaves, knows full well that they're about to double cross him and kill him as he leaves in his ship, and he's put the tracking device for the New Republic trackers on the guy he was supposed to save, and then a bunch of X-Wings come down. Awesome. Kills them, he's still got his payday, and he buggers off. And it's a little back and forth with the Baby Yoda, and he's like, I knew I shouldn't have taken that. I told you I shouldn't have taken that. And he gives the Baby Yoda the little ball thing that Baby Yoda had been trying to play with in like 2 episodes ago. So cute, so good, love it. And there is a lot of callbacks, like Twi'leks are callbacks. I'm sure the Big Devil Dude's been around every now and then. We've seen the droids, droid Q90, aka Zero. We've seen those kind of droids before. We even get some teasing of the Mandalorian. What's underneath your face? Are you a Gungan? And Bill Burr does a bit of a Misa, so all this kind of stuff. Really, really cool. This is how you do lore expansion or universe expansion, whilst not just being weird and pandery and just too many callbacks. This is how you do it. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I hope you did too. It just makes me really, really excited to see where they go with this Baby Yoda character. We know now for certain that it wasn't Bill Burr's character in the last episode that stepped up to the mercenary with the spurs. So that's probably going to be either Werner Herzog's character, because he has a cape, or it will be I don't know the name offhand, but the chap who was in Breaking Bad, who is now in this. It'll either be him. It'll be one of the two. Or, again, fan theory, potentially Boba Fett. So I'm really excited, and I really want to know more about Baby Yoda. The next episode is said to tie a little bit more into the last... The Rise of Skywalker. I was going to say The Last Jedi then. It's said to tie into The Rise of Skywalker, but who knows? What do you guys think anyway? Let me know down below in the comments. If you're new here, do hit subscribe. If you haven't seen my last Star Wars video, it does confirm all of the leaks. I'll leave it linked up here somewhere, or over there, because that's where they come out. But check it out. Anyway, guys, I hope you have a great Friday evening. I've been Mr. H. Take care.